What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Alright, we're coming back to Puscifer. Yes, indeed. Puscifer Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-boobidi-bop, do me a favor. Before you start doing that, watch the whole video first. Give me a chance to earn those clicks and those likes, okay? Now, after the video's done, if you feel like doing all those clicks and likes at the end, by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Maynard's Dick.
Dirty word! He said a dirty word!
These names, man. And Richard W. They both want to see me react to this song by Puscifer called Bullet Train to Iowa. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Video Junkies 175, okay? And the video has 84,195 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Bullet Train to Iowa at Arcasanti. I hope I pronounced that name right. Look, this is the link I was given, okay? I don't see any mention of Puscifer in here, but this is the link that was given for this reaction. So we'll see. I'm hoping I'm in the right spot. If we're not, blame the requesters. Don't blame me. See, this is why I always ask for a specific link. This is the link I was given. We'll see. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Feels like 12-8, but set up in a 4-4 structure. So that would actually be 3/8 then. Are we in 3/8? It sounds like it, but I'm not 100. I'm not sold on that yet. I'm not willing to commit to that number yet. But it certainly feels like it. So I'm getting that triplet feel. I'm getting that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But I'm getting it in phrases of 4. It's like 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Back to 1 again. That's why I was like, it sounds like 12/8, but it's not in a 4/4 format. So that would break it down. When you break it down, it actually translates to 3/8. But 3/8 doesn't feel right. Well, I guess it does. I'm still not convinced. I'm not willing to commit to that number yet, but it certainly feels like 3/8. I'm gonna have to keep listening and see where this goes. Let's keep going. So far, so good. So far, so good. We may have a guitar solo here back up. It feels like it could be building into one. I love the vocal blend between the two vocalists. I love that. I love the offsetting vocals. The male lead, obviously taking the main melodic line. You got the female lead coming in, and I am calling her a female lead because her voice is very prominent in this. And she's coming around doing a lot of different things. Sometimes she's doing the upper harmony. Sometimes she's doing counter melodic lines. It's not like she's just, I would not call her the backing vocalist on this at all. She's far too active, far too contributing, and injecting herself into almost every single vocal line. So I would not call her a backing vocalist. It doesn't fit. The use of the vocal processor that she's using over here, really nice. Kind of adding a little extra effect, a little extra, I wouldn't go as far as say fullness or richness, but definitely adding more layers, with multiple voicings. It sounds really good. It's working. It's definitely working. I'm going to say 3/8. It feels right to me, but it's being done in a 4-bar format to give it that 12/8 feel. So, which is really cool. I'm digging that. At first, I was really getting thrown off at what the drummer was doing until I decided, you know what? Let's just count this in straight 3/8. Let's commit to it. Let's lock into it, and let's really count it. And then as I did that, I started seeing the pattern. I started seeing the pattern of what the drummer was doing repeat itself. Like when he came in with those multiple snare hits, that da 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 da. When he did like the 4 snare hit, it was always in the same spot. When he would come in on 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, So when he came in on like the 5, so he came in like on beat 2 of the second measure, it was every single 4-bar phrase that was happening. So there is a pattern. He is playing in the same time signature. It's just the pattern is off within that time signature of what he's doing. He's created this obscure pattern to give it the illusion that he's playing in a different time signature, but he's really not. He is locked in with the exact same time signature because the pattern constantly repeats and fits within the phrasing of 3/8. So it's working. It's really cool. It's a great effect bass and guitar. The bass is really kind of doing a better job of filling out everything than anybody else is. Bass is doing a great job of filling out the sound. Guitar is really being used more for color and for atmosphere than anything else, which is really cool. I dig it when guitar players do that. And they take that step back from being in the lead instrumental voice, you know what I mean? And so they're taking more of a backseat and adding those little spritzes of color here and there, which is really cool. It's a great effect again. Let's see if I'm right about this guitar solo. It feels like there's a guitar solo coming. I could very well be wrong, but it feels like this would, if you're going to put a guitar solo in, this would be the place to put it. I like how the female lead took over. Like she immediately, like there was that one section where she actually took the lead. Like, you know, step back over here, young man. I'm going to take over for a little second. And she did. It sounded really good. I liked that switch up.
Born to do it.
That was awesome. Really well placed too. Looks like I was wrong about a guitar solo. And that's fine. I'll be the first to admit I was wrong. Absolutely, I was wrong. It was not going to be a guitar solo after all. It was just a little bit of a melodic break, which is perfectly fine. Gotta love those Steinbergers, don't they? Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, God. I remember when those came out, man. They were like the big hit. Rush was playing them, for crying out loud. Let's see. The groove on the song, now that I'm more into that 3/8 feel, I'm starting to wonder, especially with that instrumental breakdown that we had right there, I'm beginning to feel maybe less 3/8 and more 6/8. I'm starting to feel less of that 4-bar phrase and more of a 2-bar phrase of 6/8. So I don't know, man. Now maybe that's what they did. Maybe it was 4 bars of 3/8, 4 bars of 3/8, 4 bars of 3/8, and then when they got to this section, maybe they switched to 6/8 to give it more of a, 2-bar phrase feel. It's possible. Or maybe I'm just been misinterpreting it this whole time and it really is 6/8 and it just feels like it's 3/8, but it's really written in 6. I don't know. Look, I don't have the sheet music in front of me. I couldn't tell you. I wish I did. I kind of wish I did because I'd like to know which one it really is. But the important thing is that 8 feel is still there. Doesn't matter if it's 3/8 or 6/8. It's still there. I'm feeling more and more confident saying that it is in that 8. Now, 3/8 or 6/8? 4 bars of 3/8 versus 2 bars of 6/8. It'll all get you to the same place. It's just feel. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm feeling it's switched between the two. Like I said, they could have put the actual time signature change in there and made that intentional. Or they could have just changed up the feel. I don't know. Another thing I just thought about, actually, they could be doing that 3/8 with a halftime feel. They could be 3/8, but and 3/8 and 3/8 and 3/8, but it could be done with a more of a halftime feel within the instruments, and that could be given the illusion of 6/8. It's possible. I wonder if that's it, actually, now that I think about it. It would simplify the score. It would simplify the sheet music. Just keeping in 3/8 and just switch to a halftime feel. That would simplify things. Huh. I didn't think about that. Look, point being, there's a myriad of possibilities here, okay? A myriad of possibilities. The important thing is that 8 is established, okay? So we do have that feel. I do feel confident saying it's in that 8 feel for sure. I just don't know if it's 3/8 or 6/8. Anyway, let's finish this out. We'll get to the review. Back up a little bit.
Just enjoy the
Interesting ending. Interesting ending, not all what you would expect. But effective. Definitely effective. Okay, Okay, let me get my thoughts together on this, and I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Puscifer with Bullet Train to Iowa. This was a request from Maynard's Dick.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
These names, man. These names.
I don't even know if that's PG.
And Richard W. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.2. Yep, 8.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, I've already said pretty much everything I needed to say about the song during the course of the reaction, so I'm just gonna go back, I'm gonna hit the main points, and then we're gonna be done here. This is gonna be pretty quick, hopefully. For me, more than anything, what impressed me about the song was the feel of the song versus the time signature of the song. Now, to me, I could very well be wrong about this. To me, the song felt like it was dominantly in 3/8, okay? So you had that 3/8 feel set up in 4-bar phrases. Now, that could be interpreted a lot of different ways, but to me personally, it felt like that was the structure. It felt like the phrases were set up in 4-bar phrases of 3/8. Now, there were also times that it felt like 2-bar phrases of 6/8. So, was there an actual time signature change, or was it a feel change of taking those measures of 3/8 and giving them a halftime feel? The more I think about it, the less I think that's possible. I don't think that was it. I'm not discrediting it, and I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm saying the more I heard it and the more I thought about it, the less likely it felt to me. It felt to me like it was 3/8, and then they would change their time signature to 6/8 for certain parts. in particular, the for lack of a better word, the choruses, and the instrumental breakdowns. The verses felt very straight ahead, like 3/8. I loved it. I loved the challenge of this. It wasn't overly complicated. It wasn't so complicated and so overly done that it became frustrating, and that became my main focus. It was challenging enough that it made me think, okay, what is this? And I had to really think about it for a little bit, really zero in on it, but I was able to get it. Like, I got the hang of it before the first chorus hit. I kind of got the hang of it, but by the time we got to the second chorus, I was locked in, and I was like, okay, now I'm like very certain this is what it is. I like the vocal approach on this. I do. I like the dual lead vocal, both male vocal and female vocal, and I am calling them both dual lead. They were both doing lead vocals. It wasn't like the male was doing the lead and the female was doing backing vocals and that's all there was to it. No, they were equals in this. If you listen to the levels, if you listen to the amount of contribution, if you listen to the switch offs, if you listen to how the female voice was going from harmonies to counter melodic lines, back up to harmonies, and then switching gears and taking the lead. I mean, you constantly heard her developing and evolving within her voice and just constantly changing things up. So no, she was not backing vocal. She was a strong, serious, and important contributing factor to this song. So I am absolutely confident calling this a dual lead vocal. Both vocals sounded really good together, performing some great harmonies and also melodic and counter melodic lines. I love the effects that she was adding to her vocals. Now, I saw that pad. At first, I thought that was a vocal mix pad, but then I saw her doing the tapping on the DJ pad. Now, there are pads out there that do both. And they do both vocal effects and they do DJing pad, and they do exist. That very well could be one of them. So I don't know where the vocal effects were coming from. I suspect from that pad, but I could be wrong about that. But wherever the effects were coming from, it was welcome. It was absolutely welcome, because either whether it be a voice split or adding a chorus or adding a digital harmony to it, whatever the case may be, there was always those extra layers being added in and then taken out, and then new voicings would be put in. It was helping keep the vocals fresh. It was helping to keep the vocals constantly changing and constantly re-engage the listening audience. So they did a great job on that. Guitar in this was interesting. I liked it. For the most part, it was color. It really was. I wouldn't even call it filling out the sound. It was just accents here, color there, a little spritz of color there, little splash of attitude there. That's all it really was for the most part. Now, there were those instrumental breaks where it came in dominantly, starting off those breaks. That was cool. It was good to see it assert itself, but then it would just as quickly disappear back into the background again. So it came up, said its piece, came back out. Smart guitar playing, great arranging. That was really, really well done. Bass on this really was focused more on filling out the sound, and I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that as long as somebody filled it out. I don't care who. I don't care if it's guitar. I don't care if it's keyboards. I don't care if it's a freaking xylophone. I don't care who it is, as long as somebody fills out the sound. In this case, it was bass. He did a great job of it. The drumming on this, another highlight for me. I love the pattern he came up with. It did not fit the time signature, yet it did. I'll explain what I mean by that. It wasn't your typical, downbeat of 1, or on the upbeat of 3. There was no pattern like that would fit the normal context of what 3/8 or 6/8 normally does. However, there was a pattern, and it was steady, because you would hear the phrases, right? You would hear those 4-bar phrases, and every single time within those 4-bar phrases, he would hit the exact same patterns at the exact same time in the exact same spot of each phrase. So there was a pattern. It just felt like, because the pattern was so oddly placed, it almost felt like at times the drummer was playing in a different time signature, even though he wasn't. He was playing in the exact same time signature as everyone else. Why? Because every single time it lined up in the exact same spot. So that was really cool. Great job on the drummer having the creativity to come up with that drum pattern, not consistent with normal 3/8 or 6/8, coming up with some different patterns, but following the pattern that he came up with to a T. Listen, it's a great song, okay? It is a great song. I have no problem giving it the 8.2 and giving it a great score. Would I say that this song was better than the other song I did? What's the name of that song? Revive, I think, is the name of the song that I did from Puscifer. No. I liked that song a lot better. I felt that song offered a lot more than this one did. However, having said that, I am looking at that 8.2, and I am starting to kind of question myself on whether or not that is the appropriate score. And I'm kind of leaning toward it's not.
Are you kidding me?
I think we need to go a little bit higher. Hold on. No, that's too high. That's too high. There we go. Yes. Perfect. Okay. All right. I'm changing my score officially.
You what?
Hey, look, it's my channel. Okay, look, I can do what I want on my channel, all right? Look, if I feel like changing the score because I talked myself into it, then I'm going to change the score. Deal with it. On a scale of 1 to 10, new official score of 8.4. Yep, 8.4. That is the score we're going to stick with. That is where we're going to stay. I talked myself into it, so there it is. End of story. We're done with it. So, 8.4, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.